So good morning everybody. So this is the continuation of the part 1. Dr. Thipperudraswamy talk on motivation, and today I am here mainly discussing about the motivation. We have discussed about the motivation and some technical problem. The video was cut. Okay, no problem. But motivation we have discussed about definition, intrinsic, extrinsic motivation, and what is the relationship of motivation with the learning and behavior. So the next question which was asked me regularly was how to motivate the students. So I'm already told you, myself Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written book on personality development system, and I am doing this video as the fifth step. Okay, since the last video was cut, it's the fifth step towards the longest speech marathon as the Guinness Book of World Record, and I will be speaking more than 100 hours about personality development system book only. The book was written by me, and I will be speaking mainly about the personality development system book. I will be taking speaking about 100 hours, more than 100 hours in one 3 to 4 days, and this is a trial attempt. Okay, so now, so how to motivate students? That is the question which has been frequently asked. And one more topic is that we'll see how to motivate students. First we go there. So in the motivation, how to motivate the students? So first thing which comes to you in motivation is to build motivation in the students. To build motivation in the students, you require what is known as commitment on the part of the teacher. You require a commitment on the part of the teacher. Ardham, when you want to motivate your students, you require commitment on the part of teacher. When you want to motivate employee, you require commitment on the part of the administrators. You require commitment on the part of administrators. What are these things which you have to remember? So commitment on the part of administrator to motivate employees, commitment on the part of the teacher to motivate the students. Now, what are these ways? What are the ways to motivate the people? Either it can be students or it can be the employee. How you can make? So they say there are again 5 to 6 methods to motivate the students or the employee. So make it real. First you make it real. Motivation, what you are doing is real. So in order to foster intrinsic motivation, try to create learning activities based on the topics to be taught. Try to create learning activities. Try to create learning activities means based on the topics you taught. Learning activities means here learning should be in practical. Help students to find personal meaning and value in the material, and strategies include using live models, videos and simulators. Models, videos and simulators. I will tell you one thing, very important thing, that yes. So what they are trying to say, make it real. The first, I already told you how to motivate students. The question is very simple, asked to me in my mail, and she is from Afghanistan, and she told, sir, how to motivate the students. And same question has been asked from Sri Lanka, from a teacher from Sri Lanka. But okay, so questions are same. Again, it was a backlog. I already told you motivation was a backlog of me, so that I had to do the motivation video earlier only. But since the time was not there, now I am doing it, no problem. But very simple concept you have to understand. How to motivate the students? First you make it real. Right? For example, I'll tell you one of my story first. Then we go to the concepts actually. So labor, the obstetric and gynecology in UG days, labor is a very, very biggest topic. In the OBG classes, when you are obstetric classes, or Shah's obstetric book, it's quite difficult things to understand. There are so many movements involved in it. steps involved in it. Head fixation, crowning, and so many things. I don't remember exactly those things. Almost it is 2009, 8 or 9, I think so. And I 8, almost 10 years back. They were OBG, that steps of labor. There was a model in the OBG department that are pelvis, female pelvis, and the how the labor, some tie was there, and they used to explain how exactly that labor thing is going to crowning and head fixation, cephalic presentation, breech presentation. It's very exciting. You remember? It's very exciting, and those steps one by one, if you correctly observe the live model. See, simulatory models and live models. There are two things which you have to remember. See, live models means pelvis is there, artificial pelvis is there. You think this is taught in all the medical colleges. In the OBG department, labor with the female pelvis and this pelvic bones and this a toy, which is where correct head fixation, crowning. These things will be taught, I think so. So what I am exactly saying here is, those are all live models. They help in better understanding, and these are intrinsic motivation, better understanding and better remembering. So make it real. That's what they're trying to say. When you say there are some, especially in the medicine, in the MBBS, there are some topics which you will, while reading, but just by reading you cannot remember it. You cannot memorize it. So by doing these models, by watching the animated videos. So in microbiology, HIV, so the animation videos are available in the YouTube. How it infects, how it multiplies, replication cycle, everything. So you read the book once and you go for the YouTube and search for these animation videos. If you see the videos, then it's more than enough. That will definitely help you. So that's what they're trying to say. So these animated videos will help you in better understanding. It's similarly in malaria life cycle, you see the animated videos which are there in the YouTube. That will help you in better understanding. So these will improve, these intrinsic motivational things will improve the concentration, improve the performance, memory, improve the memory, in turn improve the result, improving the result. So that's what I'm trying to say. How to motivate the students? So it is make it real, either through live models, animated videos, or simulatory models. You can make it real. Live models, well, the labor itself, some people they will explain. These live models, especially these. They explain with the live models. That's what they are trying to say. So now the basic thing which you have to remember is, in order to foster intrinsic motivation, try to create learning activities based on the topics to be taught. Learning activities. For example, what I told you, dictation. In the English class in the primary school, we used to have a dictation, and at the start of the class we used to have a dictation. Likewise, those are all called as learning activities. And learning should be practical. Practical means the student should learn it practically. Practical in the sense, the student should learning activities. The student should learn practically. Practically means he himself has to diagnose the disease. He himself has to diagnose and he is exposed to those pressure situations. That's what they're trying to. It should be practical enough. That's why we have a clinical postings in the medical college. So it should be practical. So they also, other ways to improve the motivate the students is, help the students to find personal meaning and value in the material. For example, some OBG, the same labor, OBG, and for the females, they are more interested in OBG department. You can make them understand better by saying that in future you become the OBG only to take, it will help you. Likewise, okay. And strategies include using live models, videos, and simulatory methods. Okay. So first thing which you have to do to motivate the students is make it real, and help them to understand better by using the live models, simulatory models, videos, animated videos. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Next is provide choices. Provide choices. Student can have increased motivation when they feel some sense of autonomy in the learning process, and motivation declines when the students have no choice in the class structure. So what am I trying to say? You provide choices. Students can have increased motivation when they feel some sense of autonomy in the learning process. If there is autonomy in the learning process, they feel motivated, and motivation declines when the students have no voice in the class structure. So that's what they're trying to provide choices means. So whenever you are teaching, you should ask questions. That's what they're trying to provide. So when they have when you have a replay, when you have an autonomy, and when you have an autonomy, then it automatically motivates. Option can be as simple as letting them pick their lab partners, select from alternative assignments, as a complex as contract teaching, when the students can determine their own grading scheme due to due dates, and assignments. So what they're trying to say, you can motivate the students, making them real by giving the models, live models, okay, and by the videos, animated videos, or simulated models, and you can provide choices for the students itself. That increase motivation will when they see the autonomy, when their opinions are given importance, values are given, when the value is given to their opinion, they themselves feel motivated. That's what they're trying to say. So give them options. You give them options in finding the lab partners. They with whom they were compatible, they will go with them. Okay. Alternative assignments. Alternative assignments means you you do this or this assignment. They give the choices to them only. Choice of taking the lab partners, choice of assignments, and contract teaching. Contract teaching means they themselves can grade, and they themselves can decide their due dates and assignments. First, you tell them to choose their own partners, okay, lab partners, not life partners, lab partners, okay. You tell them to choose their own lab partners, and alternative assignments, whether you do this or this. Alternative assignments, good. Next thing which you have to remember is contract teaching, where the students can determine their own grading scale. They themselves have to grade them. One. And when you are given an assignment, there should be due date. You tell them to students to decide themselves what is the due date. And last but not the least is the assignment itself. I already told you. So these are very important. I repeat, very simple thing. So when you want to motivate the students, when you want to motivate the students, when you want to say very simple. So when you want to motivate the students, you make it real. That's what I told you already. So that means the students make them it is real by giving the live demonstrations, live models, simulatory models, and animated videos. Animated videos you can give. Okay, that will help them in improving their efficiency or working performance, whatever you say. But one more thing which you have to remember here is you need to give them choices. What choices? When they feel the autonomy in the classroom, they themselves get motivated. When they feel that there is a value for their words in the words and opinion in the classroom, they themselves get motivated. What you have to give? You give the choices to them. They let them choose their lab partners. Okay, and you give the choices to them. You take their assignment which is compatible for you. And you tell them, that is called as contract teaching. That means you tell the students itself have to grade themselves first. Later, your teachers will grade. And due dates for assignments. When you're given the assignment, there should be due date. If you say your due date, there may be a problem. So better you tell the students itself. Let them decide what exactly the due date they want to mm, submit the assignment. That's what they're trying to say. That is to provide them the choices. So motivating the students by make it real, providing the choices. Let the student write a review question for the lesson. Let the student write a review question for the lesson and have them write an action plan before beginning the project. So action plan. This is much needed. Even I learned this about this action plan and this thing. This it's just action plan means it's just a skeleton of work which you want to do, and how you are going to do. So action plan. When the earlier I was not knowing about this action plan and all. When I went to the Medical Council of India, Delhi, and I told about the introduction of new subject and personality development system to the medical students in the third year, then they told me to prepare an action plan and all. At that time, I came to know what is exactly is action plan. Very simple thing. Action plan. When you want to implement or do something, you should have an action plan. Definitely, what you do this after this result is going to come. After this result. Finally, you are going to your goal, achieve your goal. That is what is action plan is all about. So what they're trying to say, when you want to motivate, provide choices of assignment, lab partners, let them rate themselves, and also let them fix the due dates for their assignment themselves, and tell them to prepare an action plan. Tell them to prepare an action plan such that it will help them in the future and implementation of their projects and services. That's what they're trying to say. And fine tune the challenge, fine tuning of the challenges. Yeah. This you have to learn. Fine tune the challenge. Fine tune the challenge. So we were most motivated to learn when the task before us is matched to our level of skill. Not so easy as to be boring, and not so hard as to be frustrating or unattainable. So very simple. So first I will make it real and provide choices. And third most important thing which you have to remember as a teacher to motivate the students is fine tune the challenge. Fine tune the challenge means, for example, one student is there, he want to achieve success in become the university topper in medicine, just I'm giving example, or surgery, or in OBG, okay. And we were most motivated to learn match it to our level of skill. Not so easy as to be boring, and not so hard as to be frustrating or unattainable. So you should refine or fine tune your the challenges of the students such that it should not be a level of skill, and it should not be boring, okay, and it should not be, they should not feel that it's boring, it's frustrated, and it is unattainable. So to become, for example, whenever in the medical field we think about the PG entrance. So AIMS PG entrance, I should score rank 1 is your first priority, okay, rank 1. I should get rank 1 AIMS. So what you have to do? So is it boring? No, definitely. Why, if you take AIMS PG entrance first rank, definitely you will get good seat. You take radiology only, okay. Yeah, it's not is it frustrating? No, definitely it's not frustrating, and it's not unattainable. Yes, if you don't work hard, it is unattainable. Okay. Likewise, you refine the challenges. Whatever the challenges, whatever the things, goals they are taking, you refine them. Deliberately fashion the learning exercise so that students are working at a very edge of their abilities. So what they are trying to say, create passion in the student. Create passion in the student such that the learning exercise, the students are working at the very edge of their abilities. So they are doing very much to work hard, edge of their abilities. That is what is called as edge of their abilities. They are doing at the edge of their abilities. So that is very important. Okay, they are doing to the max at the edge of their abilities. You motivate them and create a passion about the challenge of the students such that they are giving 100% They are 100%. They are giving their 100%. They are working hard to achieve their success. And last but not least, scaffolding is one instructional technique where the challenge level is gradually raised as the students are capable of more complex tasks. So very simple here. You have to remember about the scaffolding. Scaffolding is one instructional technique where the challenge level is gradually raised. So they can, so that they can go for the complex worst of the worst tasks. So what they're trying to say here, very simple, or fine tune the challenge of the student. That is, first make it real, and second one is choices, provide choices, and third one is fine tune their challenges or the fine tune their tasks or the goals. Fine tune their challenges or fine tune their tasks or the goals. Okay, in that fine tuning, what they're trying to say, you make them, they should not be bored of it, they should not be afraid of it, they should not feel that it is unattainable. You motivate them, that's what they're trying to say, and make them it is really possible. And second thing what they're trying to say is you create a passion for the student about the challenge such that it will help him in attaining his success. Okay, it's challenge, achieving his challenge, okay, in meeting his challenge. So next, the foremost thing what they're trying to say, next thing what they're trying to say is create a passion. You make sure that fine tune his challenge so that he thinks that he gets motivated towards the challenge, and create a passion about the challenge such that he such that scaffolding. Scaffolding means you should tell the, for example, what are the difficulties in achieving that challenge. You should tell him, okay, what are the difficulties in achieving that challenge. You should tell him, okay, what are the difficulties in achieving that challenge. You should tell him such that, and see, there is one saying, minimum risk, maximum result. That is what is scaffolding. So for example, I'm saying in giving a clinical exam in the final year, you tell him to concentrate on some of the cases. For example, so short, neural, narrow, CNS cases are compulsory, CVS cases are compulsory, and RS cases are compulsory. In that, those asthma, COPD, okay, those things, RS, asthma, COPD, emphysema, and this chronic bronchitis, and in CNS, hemiplegia, quadriplegia, those things, okay, by hemiparesis, okay, and in that is about cases, okay. So you tell him, scaffolding means when the hemiplegia case comes, CNS case comes, you need to write all these things. That is scaffolding. You prepare him, you train him such that he can meet maximum possible task, complex task. Complex tasks can be performed by the student if you do the scaffolding. Scaffolding means telling about the positive and negatives about the challenge. This is a positive thing, this is a negative thing, and his positive and negative, his weaknesses and strengths. So where you have to concentrate, guiding him. That's what is scaffolding. Scaffolding and assertive communication. What I say, assertive communication and scaffolding, that will help again motivate the students. That's what they are trying to say. Okay, assertive communication means giving examples, comparisons, and giving the, for example, if he is a cricket player, coach, so you give an inspiration of our Sachin Tendulkar sir, or Brett Lee, bowling Brett Lee. Likewise, what I'm trying to say here is, you give him a guide. Okay, that is what is assertive communication and scaffolding. Scaffolding means you tell him what are the things you should not do. So remember one thing I will tell you. Our Chanakya has said, when you want to just experience and learn, in your life, the whole of your life is not enough. When you want to experience and learn, the whole of your life is not enough. Our Chanakya is our founder of Bharat, and he created this India nation. He told at that time itself. So if you want to learn from your mistakes, your experiences, your one life is not enough. So observe the others and learn from their mistakes. Observe the others and learn from their mistake. For example, your senior is there. He has failed. Example, he has failed in MBBS second year or third year. Just imagine. Okay. What are the things he has done? You should not do it. Your senior is there, who has secured PG, MD medicine, but he wanted MD radiology. What are the things he has done? You learn from his mistake. You go and ask him. He'll tell you, I did this. I didn't read that topic. I was more concentrating on this. But there are less questions in all India regarding these topics. But there will be short questions from these topics. So concentrate on these topics. Likewise, I wasted my time in reading these, but we will get very less microbiology, mycology. Only maximum 1 or 2 questions will come. So I wasted my time in reading whole of mycology and all. So I'm giving example. Okay. Likewise, so minimal risk, maximum result, and intelligence. I told you, intelligence in that again specific and general intelligence, and this effective emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is also important. It is one of the best quality of a good leader. You should have emotional intelligence. So likewise, what I'm trying to say. So you motivate. So first you make it real. Provide chances for selecting their practical partner, lab partner, assignments, due times, due dates, and all. Let them select. That itself motivates them, and fine tune their challenges. For example, he knows everything. He knows everything about medicine and all. He is a very good medicine student. You refine. You say, yes, I know you have read everything, but these are the most important topics. Maximum possible questions are going to come. So these topics you concentrate more, and this will help in achieving the complex of the complex tasks. See, one more thing which you have to remember: luck. The same luck favors the brave. And my father always used to tell me, dhairyam sarvatra sadhanam. Dhairyam sarvatra sadhanam. Wherever you go, you are brave enough. That matters rather than anything else. Dhairyam sarvatra sadhanam. So likewise, so you need to, luck favors the brave. So those who are brave, luck will definitely favor them. That's why. So you fine tune their challenges such that scaffolding and assertive communication will help them in achieving their success. Yeah. Oh shit. Achieving their success. So some problem again, technical problem. Okay, no problem. So better we go for the one more topic is there. I'll discuss about it later. See, let's okay. It's correct. Okay, let's go. Fine tuning. Encourage students to beat their personal best. Yes, encourage students to first make it real, provide choices, fine tune their challenges, and encourage students to beat their personal best. That means help students to set achievable goals for themselves. See, you should motivate the student such that the maximum possible effort from the student, you'll take it out, and maximum possible marks he can get, maximum possible skills he can learn, that can be made. So encourage students to beat their personal best. See, I'm not saying beat the personal best of other, their personal best. See, this is very important in learning. They have to beat their personal best. No one is big in front of anyone. So they have to beat their personal best. Help students to set achievable goals for themselves. Help students to get achievable goals for themselves. Achievable goals, for example, in the class there are some students. Again, I am giving an example. Assignments. You write, give 10 minutes or 30 minutes, and tell them to write an essay on some like a house or home sweet home. Write an essay on home sweet home for. Tell them to write it within 30 minutes. Okay. For example, in 30 minutes, one student is a person A can write in 30 minutes maximum I might tell you, maximum 15 pages. You tell him to maximum write 20 pages, at least 20 pages in 30 minutes. Yes, possible. Beat his personal best. But some student can write 30 pages in 30 minutes, no problem. Tell him to beat his personal best. There are some students who can write just 5 pages. Tell them to beat their personal best. Okay, so encourage the students to beat their personal best such that you get maximum possible from them. You can get maximum possible work from them. You can get maximum possible marks from them, and make the maximum possible risk they can. Skills they can learn. Minimum risk, maximum effort. Generate motivation by encouraging students to compete against themselves. Run through the material once again to establish baseline. Then keep track of how much they improve. Each speed and accuracy in each time. That's what they're trying to say. To tell them to beat the personal best. Okay, for example, if you are in a classroom, okay, and you are encouraging the students. You just tell them to repeatedly read. Especially this matters in the medical field. You need to repeat the concept, repeat the topics at least 4 to 5 times. Then only your speed and accuracy of treatment will change. So you have to repeat the skills at least 4 to 5 times. Then only your speed and accuracy will change. Avoid creating intense competition among the students. Healthy competition. Avoid creating intense competition among the students. See, that's what they are trying to say. When we create more and more intense competition, they go to other level. They quarrel. So better, healthy competition is very better. That's what they're trying to say. In motivating the students, to encourage the students to beat his personal best rather than beating the personal best of others. First thing, help students to achieve goals for themselves. Okay, and generate a motivation by encouraging the competition between them. Read the topics again, repeat and repeat, and such that their speed and accuracy of treatment and recollecting the concept will improve. But avoid creating a intense competition among the students. Seek role models. See, this I have been telling all the time. Seek role models. Okay, seek role models. Yes, seek role models. Yes. Yes. If the students can identify with role models, they may be more likely to see the relevance in the subject matter. Most of the students, we know that our sir, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is the motivation for each and every student of India. Remember, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is motivation for each and every student of India. That's why whenever I have seen the videos of the students or the student motivators, they always speak about the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So that's why role models, set role models. For example, if you are a good singer, Arjit Singh. If you want to become a good singer, if you want to become a cricket player, Sachin Tendulkar sir. If you want to become an actor, or Akshay Kumar sir. Likewise, you set a role models for themselves. You tell them to be their best and set role models for themselves. There can be many sources of role models, such as invited guest speakers, fellow students, and other peers. So invited guest speakers, that's not a problem. So guest speakers, you'll get it That's not a problem. So invite the guest speakers, motivational speakers. They can motivate themselves, and you can go with the fellow students and other peers. The fellow student means those who have taken the first rank in their seniors, who have taken the good ranks and good marks. You can call them and they make arrangement for their uh, students. Students can learn by watching a peer succeed at a task. Peers succeed at a task. At a task. That means they are they have a role model. They can achieve the success early. So so that can be done. Role models, either you take the guest speakers or motivational speakers, the fellow students, the seniors who have seek role models, who have scored better, who have scored good marks, who have scored good ranks. Call them and make arrangement for their speech. Establish a sense of belonging. Establish a sense of belonging. Establish a sense of belonging. That means people have a fundamental need to feel connected or related to their other people. Establish a sense of belonging. So first is make it real, provide choices, fine tune their challenges, and make them to beat their best. Encourage the people to my students to beat their personal best. And next one is seek role models, and establish a sense of belonging. People have a fundamental need to feel connected or related to other people. So you need to, whenever you listen to some of the stories, whenever you listen to some of the incidents, they say that you get connected to them. So whenever we hear about patriotism and we see the soldiers suffering, we get connected to them. We need to connect with them so such that you experience better. The students learn when they are engaged. So that's so establish a sense of belonging. Yes, sense of belonging. You connect them. May I tell the students to connect with the situation. Connect with the situation, that will help them. Direct instruction of socialization procedures like group activity, building appropriate classroom climate. Instruction of socialization procedure like group activity, okay, building appropriate classroom material, okay, motivating every student to participate and making them believe that their input is valued. So sense of belonging. First, make the students to get connected. Whenever you tell one of the story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whenever you tell the story of Mahatma Gandhi ji, and whenever you tell the story of Chacha Nehru, you make the students to get connected with them. Then they can learn better. Okay, then they can learn better. And instruction of socialization procedure like group activity and building appropriate classroom climate. Motivating every student to participate and making them believe that their input is valued. Whatever the opinion they are going to say, that is valued, and they are going to be treated in a nice manner. That confidence you give them. Establish a sense of belonging. That's what is also very important. Establish a sense of belonging. Yeah. Now what they are trying to say is, yeah. Yeah. Establish a sense of belonging. Yes. Use your students as teachers. Give them strict guidelines. Have groups team teacher lessons. Group activity leads to shared responsibility of performance. So students itself as teachers. So they give them seminars, give them strict guidelines, and have a groups to teach a lesson. So very simple. Use your students as your teachers. Use your students as your teachers. That is also very much needed. Okay. Yeah. So that can be possible by giving them the seminars. Give them the strict guidelines. Groups to teach a lesson. Group activity leads to shared responsibility of performance. So group activity leads to shared responsibility of performance. That is also very important. Okay. Yeah, group activity leads to shared responsibility of performance. That is very very needed. Okay, so that is so our effect and yes, establish a sense of belonging. So first make it real. Okay, provide choices. Okay, fine tune their challenges. Okay, and fine tune their challenges and encourage students to beat their personal best. Yes, seek the role model. Seek the role model. So make it real. Provide choices. Fine tune their challenges and encourage students to beat their personal best. Personal best is the fourth one, and seek role models was the fifth. Seek role models was the fifth. Establish a sense of belonging is the sixth, and effective teaching. Effective teaching, the sense of belonging. You just connect, make the student such that he is connected to the situation. He is himself imagine in that situation. He is in the shoes of the sufferers. Then he can motivate better. He can act better. He can improve himself better. Okay, so that is very much important. So next is sense of belonging. Okay, effective teaching, modeling followed by guided practice and then independent practice. Avoid long lectures. Focus on direct instructions. Okay, and using specific short-term goals in learning. Short-term goals in learning. See, again, short-term goals and long-term goals. Short-term goals in learning is also important. Teaching students how to approach and cope up with the different learning situation. How to approach and cope up with a different learning situation. For example, see, very simple, effective learning teaching. So you put that's what I told you, assertive communication. Okay, assertive communication and modeling, live models, simulatory models. Long lectures you try to avoid, it will be boring for them. Using specific short-term goals in learning. Specific short-term goals. Yes, that means at least one chapter you should be thorough enough in 2 days. Short-term goals. Teaching students how to approach and cope up with the different learning situation. And this I already discussed. Giving students itself, make them to students to teach seminars and group activity again, responsibility of performance. Okay, next comes adopt a supportive style. So this what we have discussed is effective teaching and adopt a supportive style means supportive teaching style that allows for student autonomy, can foster increased student interest, enjoyment, engagement and performance. Student interest, enjoyment, engagement, performance. Okay, IEEP. Okay, so increase student interest, enjoyment, engagement and performance. Supported teaching style that allows the student to autonomy, can foster, allows for student autonomy, can foster increased student interest, enjoyment, engagement and performance. Supportive teacher behaviors include teacher behavior, include listening, giving hints, encouragements, being responsive to student questions, showing empathy for students, nurturing self-worth, a sense of competence and autonomy. Nurturing self-worth, a sense of competence and autonomy. Nurturing self-worth, okay, and a sense of competence and autonomy. That's also very important. Okay. So we make it real, provide choice. I mean, that's what how you can motivate the students. So make it real, they drive models, and provide choices, and fine tune their challenge. Okay, and make the student to beat his personal best. Okay, and next we have the effective teaching. Okay, effective teaching, and then we have establish a sense of belongings and seek role models. Establish a sense of belonging. Okay, establish a sense of belonging and adopt a supportive style. Okay, establish a sense of belonging and seek role models. Okay, yes, now what I am trying to say, adopt a supportive style, teaching style that allows for the student, it helps in increasing the Adaptive student support, adaptive supportive style. For example, what does this exactly mean? That means listening to the students' words, giving hints, encouraging their response, encouragement, and being responsive to student questions, empathy for students, nurturing self-worth, sense of competence, and autonomy. So, supportive, adopt a supportive style. Supportive style means, for example, if the students, for example, I am giving an example. If there is a class, there are some students who are weak in English and they write a wrong spelling mistake. Example I am giving. You adapt to that situation such that when you are dictating some of the words, you tell the spellings. That will help. That is called as adopt a supportive style. That will motivate the students. That will motivate the student. A supportive teaching style that allows for the student autonomy can foster increased student interest, enjoyment, engagement, and performance. Supportive style include listening to the students' questions, responsive to the students' questions, giving hints, engagements, and encouragements, and showing empathy for the students, nurturing self-worth, sense of competence, and autonomy. So next comes, this is adapt a supportive style. Next, role of expectation. Yes, this is very much important. Yes, role of expectation. This is a huge. Students will only give you what you expect from them. What do you expect from them? If you expect little, that's exactly what you are going to get from the student. Don't be afraid to raise the bar, instilling the belief in the students that they can learn coupled with higher teacher expectation, and you are confident in their ability to be successful. So very simple. Role of expectation means it is the teacher's role. Teachers expect. You give the confidence to the students. Yes. For example, if the student is good in anatomy, you tell the student that you are good in anatomy, you are good in, and you are he is good in physiology and biochemistry. You tell the students that this time I expect you to be as a university topper in anatomy, university topper in physiology, biochemistry, whatever the subject it is. So I expect. So what is the students, whatever you expect from the student, they give it back. If you say no, if you score more than 70, or if you cross 70 this time in university exams, that's more than enough. That's what they are going to do, and they limit themselves for that. So that is very bad. So when you expect more, and the student will perform more, that is also very important. That itself motivates. Okay, and you give a confidence. Yes, you can become the university topper in anatomy, physiology, or biochemistry, or any subject. I have confidence and faith in you. You work hard. You definitely will achieve the success. So you raise your expectation level, and the student will definitely rise his performance level. Strategize with struggling students. When the students are struggling with poor academic performance, low self-efficacy, or low motivation, one strategy that may help is to teach them how to learn. Outline specific strategies for completing an assignment, note taking, reviving for an exam. So what they are trying to say, strategize with struggling students. Strategize with the struggling students. That means when the students are struggling, you strategize. That means give priorities. So you study the student in what are his weaknesses, what are his strengths. So he is a good listener. Tell him to listen to the videos or the audio, whatever regarding the books or the topics. If he is a good writer, tell him to concentrate on more content, rather than, when he knows writing, when he is good in writing, better him to concentrate on content When he has a content and everything, but his handwriting is very bad, then you tell him to concentrate on his handwriting. Likewise, the strategize with struggling students. What is their drawbacks? Why they are not getting the marks? Why they are not getting able to finish the assignments? You first strategize them, prioritize and strategize. So first preference, if his handwriting is not good, first preference should be given to the his writing. Write 4 lines. Okay. Then, if the handwriting is good, then you go for content, building the content. Then you go for improving the standard quality of content, improving the quality of content. Likewise, stepwise manner. That's what you're trying to strategize with struggling students. Okay, you tell him to read repeatedly, more assignments, more note taking. Those things will help them. Dealing with the failure. Dealing with the failure is again very much important. So dealing with the failure, see, dealing with the failure means teach the students to concentrate on the task rather than rather than be distracted by the fear of failure. See, main problem with the failure students is their fear of failure. They know everything, they know the content, they know they have very good handwriting. The fear of failure. If I fail, what happens? That itself drops confidence, and they fail. Failure is a result of lack of information, not using the appropriate problem solving skill, lack of ability. Not lack of ability, it is the problem solving skill, lack of problem solving skill. Assist the students to retrace their steps to solve problems so that they won't be distracted by frustration. So they should not be distracted by their frustration. The problem solving skill, fear of failure and problem solving skill. Fear of failure is most common with the failures, and lack of problem solving skills. Problem solving skills is the major result of these things. Okay, so I repeat, first thing is make it real with the real models or simulatory models. Yes, provide choices, very good. Provide choices with the lab partners. Okay, motivating the students. In that I am discussing how the teachers can do that. So first is make it real with the live models or simulated models. Provide choices with the lab partners or with the assignments, due date. Fine tune their challenges. Okay, and next we have seek the role models. Seek role model and effective teaching. Seek role models and effective teaching. Be giving the students itself the seminars and all. And next we have encouraging the students to beat his personal best. Yes, very good. And then we have personal best. Yes, adopt to a supportive style. Adapt to a supportive style. Yes, role a supportive style means which is supportive for the students, giving hints, encouragements, being responsive for their questions. Supportive style. Adopt a supportive style. Role of expectation. You expect more from the student. They will definitely work more. Role of expectation. Yes. Strategize with struggling students, and last but not the least is dealing with the failure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are the total. Okay, so make it real. Okay, so how to motivate the students, what is the role of the teacher is they require commitment that can be done by making it real. Provide choices, fine tune their challenges, encourage students to beat their personal best, seek role models, establish a sense of belonging. They should connect with the situation, whatever you are trying to, that is helpful in better understanding. Effective teaching. Okay, adopt a supportive style and role of expectation. The students, teachers expect more, then they can perform better. Strategize with struggling student. What is their problems, strengths, weaknesses. Dealing with the failure, fear of failure, and lack of problem solving skill is the major reason for the students' failure. ARS model of motivation. They say ARCS model, motivation. Whenever you speak about motivation, ARCS model is the first thing which you have to tell to all the students, especially all the teachers. So whenever ARCS model of motivation, I think yes, With that, I can finish. I think so. I'm so much tired. Okay, no problem. And we'll refine what exactly ARCS model. Okay. So ARCS model is ARCS model. Okay. So very simple. How to motivate the students? What is the role of the teacher? Very simple. 10 roles. Make it real. With the real videos or simulatory videos or animated videos, okay, or live models, you make them such that for better understanding. Okay, provide choices of their lab partners, provide their assignments, due dates for assignments, fine tune their challenges. Okay, and next we have sense of fine tune their challenges. Next we have help the students to beat his personal best. We tell him to beat his personal best, such that creating a healthy competition, not a intense competition. That intense competition is bad for students. Next we have effective teaching. Tell the students yourself to teach by giving seminars. And sense of belonging. The students should connect with the situation, what exactly you are teaching. That is helpful in better understanding and better result. Next, strategize with struggling students. Struggling student, what are their weaknesses, what are their strengths? Strategize and give priorities and strategize them. Failures, dealing with the failures. The main reason for failures is fear of failure, lack of problem solving. Next we have role of expectation and adopt a supportive style of style. Adopt a supportive style means you should you should be responsive to the students, and you should answer the questions of the students. You should encourage the students and empathy for the students. That is the adopt a supportive style. And is expectation, role of expectation. You expect more. Always I say teachers should or the administrators should expect more from the administrators should expect more from the employee, and the teachers should expect more from the students. You raise your bar of expectation, the students will try to come to that and they will achieve more. The employees will try to come that and achieve more. That's why the role of expectation, improve that role of expectation. Next comes ARCS model. ARCS model, this is the model is rarely really captures the teacher's role in motivation. Mainly ARCS model, very famous model. It's a corporate language word, but I think you can implement here in your medical colleges and in your this one. Okay, so attention, capturing students' interest and curiosity. ARCS model of motivation for the teachers. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. So attention means capturing the students' interest and curiosity. Relevance, meeting the students' personal needs and goals. Confidence, helping the students believe that they will succeed. And satisfaction, reinforcing students' accomplish through extrinsic and intrinsic rewards. So reinforcing students' accomplishments through the extrinsic and intrinsic rewards. Very simple. So this should be followed by all the teachers and the administrators. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. ARCS model of motivation. This is being taught. Very simple model. ARCS model of motivation. Yes. ARCS model of motivation. It is attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Attention, increasing the interest and curiosity of the students or the employee. Relevance, meeting his personal needs and goals. Confidence, saying that you definitely can do this work for the employee. You definitely can do this work better than anyone else. For the students, you definitely can achieve this. That is attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Satisfying their students or the employees' accomplishments, either by extrinsic or intrinsic rewards. For example, if the employee does that, one leave, extra leave will be given for you. If the employee does a night duty, an extra leave will be given for him. If the employee doesn't, so that's what attention, relevance, confidence satisfaction. Confidence satisfaction. ARCS model is most of the time it is discussed. So they say for the teachers it is attention, relevance, confidence satisfaction. ARCS model of motivation. There are so many models which we can discuss later. I think now attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. So say memorizing plus understanding. Attention, increasing the interest and curiosity of the students when you take it as a teacher. Increasing the curiosity and interest of the employee when you take it as an administrator. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Relevance in meeting the needs of personal needs and goals of the employee or the student. Meeting the personal goals and the needs of the employee and the student is relevance. Confidence, yes, for the student. Definitely you can be the university topper this time. That is confidence. And for the employee, you can do this work better than anyone else. I can assure you. That is for the employee. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Accomplishments. Student accomplishments or employee accomplishments by either extrinsic or intrinsic rewards. You give an extrinsic or intrinsic rewards for them. That is helpful. This is about motivation, and this you have to remember. Okay. So I repeat, last but not the least, very simple thing like what you have discussed. The motivation, how to motivate the students. So you make it real, provide choices, fine tune their challenge, ensure the students to meet their personal best, not the others' best, such that you create a healthy competition, not the intense competition. Okay. And next is a role of expectation. You expect more from the student, they will perform more. And adopt a supportive style, supportive for the student. For example, you listen to them, you give values for their words, and you encourage them, empathy for the students, and dealing with the failures. Failures is main reason for them is lack of concentration, fear of failure, and lack of problem solving skills. And struggling students. Struggling students is, you can tell them, you identify their strengths and weaknesses and help them to improve them. Struggling students. And next is effective teaching. Tell the students it's help them to teach. And next, last but not the least is belonging, sense of belonging. So he should connect to that situation such that he gets motivated. I repeat, make it real, provide choices, fine tune their challenge, make the student to beat his personal best, adopt a supportive style, role of expectation. Struggling students, deal with the struggling students, dealing with the failures, and effective teaching, and sense of belonging. You should get connected to that. That is an ARCS model, you know that. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. It can be applied for the teacher as well as administrator. Attention, increase the curiosity and interest among the students. Increase the curiosity and interest among the employee. Relevance, meet the personal needs and goals of the students, meet the personal needs and goals of the employee. Confidence, you tell the student that you will be the university topper this time. Confidence, I know that, I have confidence and faith in you, I have confidence in you, you will be the university topper this time. That is the confidence. For the employee, you are the best worker and this work will be done by you than anyone else. That is confidence. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Satisfaction means you need to tell, give an accomplishment, student accomplishment or employee accomplishment in either extrinsic or intrinsic rewards. Rewards you have to give. For the employee, you can give extra leave. For the students, you can give more time for playing. They are more playing. We give 10 minutes extra will be given for your playing. Likewise, rewards or chocolate will be given if you achieve the prize money will be given if you become the university topper. Likewise, okay. Short-term goals and long-term goals, again they are different, but you need to understand performance oriented and learning oriented. Performance oriented, A grade. If you take A grade, learning oriented means master in the subject. Okay. Okay, this is about the motivation. Now, there's some other topics. Yes, this I have to do it. Yes. So happy New Year to everyone, and today I am going to discuss about the 10 major skills World Economy Forum says the 10 major skills should be acquired by all the students by 2020 for the year better job opportunities. World Economy Forum says the 10 major skills what the students should acquire for the better job opportunities in 2020. Now we have already in 2019, so happy New Year to all. Just you have 1 year, so you need to learn these skills. Why I am telling about these skills means these are very important. These are not being taught in our academics. These are not being taught anywhere. So you need to know about the 10 major skills what World Economy Forum says that students should have in 2020 for the better job opportunities. It's not there in the curriculum, it's not there in the academics or syllabus or anything. The first one is complex problem solving. Complex problem solving. And the second one is complex problem solving means complex issues. The worst problem is there. The person is able to solve it. That is complex problem solving skill. Second is critical thinking. Worst situation is there. At that time also your thinking is normal and you are able to think and act better. That is called as critical thinking. Creativity, freedom of thinking. See, whenever you see these corporate sectors, these cars, washing machines, refrigerators, and they definitely there will be improvement in the upcoming models. That is what is called as creativity. That is freedom of thinking. That you should know. And creative thinking is freedom of thinking. Steve Jobs, who created Facebook, because of his freedom of thinking, he just connected the dots. What dots? Internet, digital photography. He connected all these things, and the smartphones he connected, and he's created the Facebook, and which is now he's earning in billions. So people management, this is very much needed, especially for the doctors when they are working in the emergency situation. So people management is a must. People management strategy. Coordinating with others means you should coordinate with others, coordinating with other departments, other people, coordinating with others. That is a very much needed. That is the important thing which you have to look for. Coordinating with others. Coordinating with others. Emotional intelligence is one of the best leadership quality. So you should remember judgment and decision making. Judgment and decision making. You cannot judge simply. You cannot see. Being an administrator, you cannot take a one security guard is there, group D is there. They can take decisions, and being in administration, we cannot take decisions similar to them, such that we trouble others. No. You have a responsibility. Being an administrator, you will be in a administrative post. You will be in a responsible situation. You will be in a responsive post. So, problem solving skills should be there, and decision making. Judgment and decision making is also needed. Okay, that you have to understand. And service orientation. Service orientation means you need to help others. Negotiation. This is one of the method required in conflict management. Negotiation. For example, if one task is there are two tasks. One is a very important and very good task, and other one is a paltu task. You say two people A and B are there. You say one A will do the important task for 6 months, and B will do the paltu task for 6 months. Later there will be exchange for 6 months. That is called negotiation. Problem solving, negotiation. That is much required. And cognitive flexibility, ability to adapt to change, is called as cognitive flexibility. Yes. And one more thing which I have to add here is peak struggle time. So for a very successful person, there will be one situation where he just will forget everything, and he will think that, oh, is it really possible to achieve this or not? For everyone. So the person who has a burning desire, the person who has the fire in him, only can move forward. Rest others will fall back. That's why I say the person who has a dream of achieving something in his life, the person who has a dream of achieving success, the person who has a goal, the person who has a wisdom, the person who has a forethinking, the person who has a mission will definitely succeed. Whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the consequences, he will definitely succeed. So that's why I repeat, the World Economic Forum has stated that the students should have 10 major skills in improving their job opportunities in 2020. We are already in 2019 January, so 1 year left. So people, please start acquiring these skills. The first one is complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility, that is adapt to the change. So it's very important. So you need to remember these things. And anything else, I think I told everything. Okay, so these are the things which you have to remember. So I think earlier part 1 was there, so there is some technical, battery low happened, so that's why it's a split video, no problem. But again, this is a continuous video only. So this is the motivation related. Still so many things are there which I can discuss about motivation, but I think this is more than enough. And regarding motivation, I think I can speak this much. So we just revise what exactly we have learnt in part 1 and part 2. Very simple. Okay, very simply we just revise the things. Okay, so motivation is an internal state. Okay, motivation is an internal state. Yes, exactly. It is an internal state. One second. Motivation is an internal state where it will either accelerate or energize your behavior, and it directs you towards your goal. That is what is the definition of motivation. Okay. And next, what they are trying to say, that is the definition of motivation: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. In the extrinsic motivation, external motivators, that means rewards and punishments. These are outside the body, and these are required for the smaller tasks. And rewards means if you take good marks in the test, you will get one chocolate or prize money. That is rewards. Punishments means if you fail, you will get to write the chapter for 5 times or 6 times, likewise 10 times, likewise. And I already told you about my dictation story in my primary school. Okay, that's about extrinsic motivation. Next we have intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is from inside, from the person itself, and he gets motivated by the task. That is what intrinsic motivation is all about. And intrinsic motivation is these intrinsically motivated people are more oriented towards their tasks, and the task itself motivates them, and it is much required for long term learning, long term success. That intrinsic motivation is much required. It is from the inside. Here they will do the task willingly. Intrinsically motivated person, they do the task willingly. They complete their assignments. They initiate early. They initiate the tasks early. They are the early to start. One is the first to finish. Okay, likewise. Okay, so life is like you should initiate your race first. Race of success, you should initiate it first. That's what they're trying to say. So you initiate first. Okay, that's about intrinsic motivation. And then we have goals, performance goals and learning goals. Performance goals means you should take the A grade, and learning goals, you should become the master in the subject. Learning goals. Okay, goals. So I already told in my last video also, the person who doesn't have a goal, the person who doesn't have a mission, the person who doesn't have a task, our videos, not my videos, not my book on personality development system, myself Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written book on personality development system, not my videos, not my books, no, other motivational speakers' speech, other motivational books are also waste for them. Please remember. Okay, and for them we appear like a Sykes. Okay, so better the person who don't have a goal, the person who don't have a wisdom, the person who don't have a mission, the person who don't have a task, please don't listen to our videos. It is of no use for you people. I already told you, the main motive of my book is, if you are a fish, you are swimming in the ocean, we'll tell you the depth of the ocean. If you are a bird, you are flying in the sky, we'll tell you the height of the sky. The flying and the swimming, you yourself have to do. Okay, so that's what we are telling. And next we have how to motivate. Next we discuss about what is the relationship of motivation with learning and behavior. Yes, that's what discuss. Okay, and that's what with the learning, you will be directed towards, with the motivation you will be directed towards your goal. You will be more interested in your goal. With the motivation, will be more interested. You are directed towards your goal. You will be more interested to your goals, and more meaningful. When you are motivated, the learning will be more meaningful. There will be more. When you are motivated, your learning will be more meaningful, and when you are motivated, your working will be more faster, your performance will be more, and that's what they are trying to say. So that is the relationship of motivation with learning and behavior. See, learning and behavior matters. Whatever you have learnt, that will be shown through your behavior. Understood? Very simple concept. So what their question was, how you relate the motivation with learning and behavior. So motivation takes you towards your goal. It improves your learning, meaningful learning, interest in learning, and it in turn improves your behavior. Then how to motivate the students? 10 important points are there. Or employee. So first, make it real. So you give a real demonstration, real models, or a simulatory models, okay, or models, okay, of just videos, animation videos. Make it real. And next is provide choices for the students itself or the employee itself, saying that you find your own lab partners, you chose your assignments, you chose the due dates for assignments, fine tune their challenges. So whatever the weakness were, their weaknesses, their challenge, their strengths, and what are the drawbacks of their challenge, you tell them, and they will correct it. Distractions you have to remove, okay. Fine tune their challenges, and tell the students to beat their personal best, not others' best. See, when you are beating their personal best, it is a healthy competition, and avoid intense competition among the students or intense competition among the employee. That is very bad for the institution as well as for the employee. Intense competition. Don't do intense competition, healthy competition. Okay. And role of expectation. You expect more from the students, the first or employee. The students will perform more, the employee will perform more. And supportive style. Adopt a supportive style. Supportive style. If the students are IQ is very less, you respond to their questions. You ask questions. Have empathy on the students. Okay, that is supportive style. Effective teaching. Tell the students itself that to take class by seminars and all. Effective teaching. Assertive communication. Okay, and then we have the struggling students. Dealing with the struggling students. Tell them what are their weaknesses and strength. Okay, if the student is good in content but bad in handwriting, tell him to improve handwriting by giving the copyrights. The student handwriting is good but content is bad, tell him to improve the content. If the content is good, tell him to improve the quality of content. Dealing with the failures, main problem is they have the fear of failure. A lack of problem solving skill is the main reason for failure. Fear of failure, lack of problem solving skill is the main reason for failure. These are the things which you have to remember. And one more thing which you have to remember is sense of belonging. Establish a sense of belonging. Sense of belonging means sense of belonging. So you should just connect with that situation, and you should, then it will work, and you can understand better. And so last, the famous and most common model, motivational model is ARCS model of motivation for the teachers and ARCS model for the administrators. Very, very important model. Attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Attention, you improve the interest and curiosity of the students. Relevance, you meet the personal needs and goals of the students. When you are administrator, attention means you improve the curiosity and interest of the employee. When you are administrator, relevance means you meet the needs and goals of the employee. Confidence, you have confidence in the student. You tell that this time you will be the university topper. That is confidence. For the employee to tell me that you are the best employee and you can only you can do this work. That is confidence, satisfaction. Once they do that work, give us some rewards, either external or intrinsic rewards, that will definitely help them in improving their performance. Motivation, ARCS model: attention, relevance, confidence, satisfaction. Thank you so much. So this is I think it has taken almost 3 hours. um, let's see. Okay, this is the fifth step towards uh, the longest speech marathon as the Guinness Book of World Record by Dr. Thipperudraswamy, trial attempt by Dr. Thipperudraswamy on the topics of personality development system and the category of longest speech marathon of speaking more than 100 hours on personality development system. Thank you so much. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy. I have written book on personality development system, and let me clarify my goal and my mission. My mission is to do a Guinness Book of World Record in the category of longest speech marathon on speaking about the topic personality development system. By doing this, I can take the book into an international level, so that the world will come and going to see about these topics and contents and about the book, and it will be good for me also. Thank you. So that's why I am doing this, and I am not expecting any reward or any recognition or any fame. No, nothing. So I am doing it for myself. So the person who has a goal, who has a mission, can watch this video such that he will achieve his goal, not my goal. Okay, so it is each war is yours own, each race is yours own. You yourself have to run, you yourself have to fight, you yourself have to win. Okay, if you are running, if you are running, you will win. If you are fighting, you will win. Okay, no one else will win. Okay, that's why I taught about the stories. I know your push-ups you yourself have to do, and the tire puncher story. Okay, so ultimately, whatever the motivational videos are there, whatever the motivational books are there, whatever it is, whatever things they have written, whatever things I have written, whatever the motivational speakers are there, whatever the things they will be discussing. But ultimately, what matters is it's your race. You yourself have to run. It's your game. You yourself have to fight. Okay, it's a game of wisdom. Okay, and what matters is reality. How much you are realistic about your performance. I always tell you, telling to the students, real answers, reality, that matters rather than anything else. I have never, today also I'm claiming that admitting that I have never used a guide in my MBBS life also, in my PG life also. I have never, I used to read the books. I have, even in the 10th, first P, second PC also, I have never used the notes or something. I have read the books. I have prepared the notes from the books. I have prepared my own answers. Even in the MBBS also, I have prepared my own answers. I used to make a notes. I have prepared my own answers. I have written my own answers. That's what matters, rather than just copying from the guides you write. That doesn't matter. Okay, so that's why you need to improve yourself. No one else will come and help you in improving your performance. Okay, the lonely on the top, that's well said. So that's why you yourself have to learn the skills, problem solving skills. And this that World Economy Forum, they have told 10 major skills which the students should have to improve their job opportunities: complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility. See, these are the things which the students should have in by 2020 for the better job opportunities. So that's what I am trying to say. At least our medical students, I am mainly worried about our medical students, junior doctors, senior doctors, postgraduates, such that when they are at least they gain these skills. World Economic Forum saying that these students should have these skills for better job opportunities. And if the medical students have these skills, problems or lack of problem solving is the main reason for failures. Okay, and the fear of failure and lack of problem solving skills. I have seen, I have observed it, and I have read it. So this is a major problem with the failures is they lack of problem solving skills. Okay, and they have the fear of failure that will make them fail. Okay, so this is about the talk on motivation by Dr. Thipperudraswamy. I myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written book on personality development system, and this is my 5th trial attempt in doing the Guinness Book of World Record as the longest speech marathon. So Jai Ganesh, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much. Happy New Year! And for the New Year, I am telling you the 10 major skills what the students should have by 2020 for better job opportunities. Okay, thank you so much. Jai Ganesh, Jai Shri Ram.